Aloha everybody and welcome to part 10 of Sonic Rush Adventure, and now ladies and gentlemen we're heading to the last level of the game. Unfortunately we can't just zip to it even though we were already there. We have to once again draw a line there in the submarine and revisit it again. Cause you know, you wanted to sail around, this is the game. Lots of sailing. But again, I just find the submarine pretty simple. It's just a rhythm thing, you know? You see a ring, you pop it. There are the sharks and stuff, and they kind of operate differently. Basically, you have to push the stylus down on them, and then you have to move it along with the ring in the direction that it tells you. So you got like the shark guys, and there's these other ones that kind of turn on a dime and go in the other direction and stuff. But they're nothing you can't handle, really. And there's so many repair item capsules that will fill you up with health even if you are getting hit. So this place is pretty simple, pretty easy peasy. Oh no, I got hit! But I found a capsule. And when you're collecting rings, you just slide the stylus along the rings and you'll pick them up, and you know. Pretty easy. I don't think this is too hard. Great! But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the Pirates Island Hideout, and shit's about to get real. Oh, stop worrying about my Marine. Screw her! She's useless, I say! She's dead weight. She'll get over it. And if she doesn't, who cares? She's Marine. She deserves everything she gets. Anywho, even though we haven't really done this ever during the course of the game, now they're like, hey, have a stylus minigame. All you're doing is you're matching the symbols to look like they are on the top screen, and when you do, they glow bright blue. Oh, that was taxing. But that's it. You just rotate the things, and boom, that's it. And this place is pretty awesome. There's this old Super Nintendo game I used to play a lot when I was a kid, and I've always considered doing an LP on it as well, so maybe you'll see it one day. But it's the Super Nintendo game Hook, based off of the Steven Spielberg movie of the same name. You play as Peter Pan, you go through Neverland, and you eventually go to take out Captain Hook and them. This level reminds me so much of that. Again, the last level of Hook was in Captain Hook's pirate port town, and this is pretty much that. It's the pirates' hideout. It's got some water there, but it's kind of like daytime and stuff. And place is pretty freaking fun, I gotta admit. And the music, oh my god! Pirates Island has the best theme song of all the level themes in this game. I love Pirates Island themes so much. It's so jolly and heart-pumping. Even though it's the last level, it totally gets you in the mood for a one last showdown, you know? It's awesome, what can I say? And the badniks look awfully familiar in this level. They kinda look like the egg robos from Sky Sanctuary Zone. And, you know, that jetpack Eggman looking guy from all the Sonic 3 and Knuckles levels. That's a weird coincidence, ain't it? I'm fighting robot pirates and some of them happen to look like Eggman's badniks? That's weird! I wonder why that is. But anywho, the gimmicks of Pirates Island. There's a whole bunch of switches in this level that create a water hose. You know, that you shoot water out, and then you can jump on it to grind on it and reach a certain destination. And there's always two directions you can point that hose. Upright, you know, just going upwards, or just straight ahead. And generally, I always aim it upright, but it doesn't happen automatically. Like, as soon as you touch the switch, it sort of waits a little bit to change directions, and then you have to push the A button in order to fire the water hose. The upright direction always seems to be beneficial. I never really found a flat water pathway to take you to an ideal location, so, you know, that's what I do. And, of course, we have here the Dolphins. Now, the Dolphins are taking you over certain areas that have a lot of bottomless pits. So you definitely want to make sure you hang on to the Dolphin. Like the balloons in Sky Babylon, if the Dolphin runs into a wall, if it runs into the ceiling or anything, it will knock Sonic's ass off. And again, if you're above a bottomless pit, you will die, and nothing you can really do about that. The Dolphin is actually kind of really slow when you're first riding it. It doesn't go so fast that you can't see anything coming. You'll see the rings coming. You'll see all of the bonus trick things that you can get points from coming. All you're really doing is you're pushing the control pad to move the Dolphin. Like, he's always moving. Like, the Dolphin is always moving and you can't stop him. But you're just, you know, going up, going down, and if you're trying to S-rank these levels, you can push forward in order to make the Dolphin go by faster. The problem is, when he's going faster, the chances of hitting a wall or something are much higher, so you better know the layout, you know. But again, if you're not S-ranking this thing, if you're just playing the level normally, I don't think the Dolphin's too bad, honestly. You know, you go all the way to the top for air, because you don't want to drown. He moves slow enough, I don't feel like you'll run into stuff constantly. It's never a shocking surprise that you hit a wall. It's always like, everything's being telegraphed rather nicely, so the Dolphins are fun to ride. The level has a great flow to it. It's always very boost heavy. A lot of crushing. Those anchors pop up a lot, and you gotta be careful of them. And every time you're in underwater, I would suggest never boosting too much, you know? Like, if you ever drop underwater, instead of, like, running underwater, like, if you just fell and you ended up underwater, don't boost too much, don't boost haphazardly, because you don't want to get crushed by an anchor or go flying off in some direction so that you hit a bottomless pit. This level has a lot of bottomless pits. See, I just dropped. Don't boost. Don't go crazy with the boosting. Just take it slow. These anchors that I just passed by aren't a problem, even if you don't hold forward on the Dolphin. Like, if you don't hold forward on the Dolphin and he's moving at his slowest speed, he just misses them. He just misses getting hit by them. But if you hold forward and then let go, those anchors have a chance of killing you, but as long as you keep holding right, you'll be fine. So it's either, you know, be fast on the Dolphin, or don't touch it at all, and the anchors won't harm you. But, you know. A lot of catapults, a great soundtrack. This is a fantastic final level. It's super fun to me. I love this one. This is all bottomless pit, so follow the trail of rings. The rings will guide you where you want to go. Admittedly, they are in square increments, so they don't go like a big pathway like down right. So you'll probably run into a wall and drown a lot in that segment. Don't get me wrong, this place will kill you a lot. I had a lot of trial and error my first time playing this level, but when you get the hang of it, I think it's pretty fun. But it's the last level, it's certainly challenging, but it's what I would expect. Bottomless pit here, you have to make sure you land on those water springs, because if you don't, you're going down and you're drowning and you die. And nothing you can do about that. But again, you have a double jump feature, and I think the control in this game is pretty tight enough that you can land on those water springs no problem. So I never really die on there too much. But it should be noted that if you're not double jumping, if you don't know you can double jump, chances are you'll die there. But again, this is my favorite level in the game. Some will say super hard. I don't think so. I think it has a few trial and error aspects, but it's not inherently terrible. Oh man, Captain Whiskers up to no good. Justice is not welcome, kindness is weakness. Master of evil, show unto us those mighty whiskers! And so, it is I, the dread pirate Whisker! Bah! Ha ha ha! Fantastic job, mateys! Yeah, he just made a glorified speech. He doesn't really have anything. He's just saying he's gonna kick our ass, even though it's 3 of us and only 1 of him. Or at least it was 1 of him. Oh, snap! Johnny's here! That's right, he's not just in the Chaos Emerald races, he's here in Pirates Island ready to back up his dear old captain. Really, Sonic? You didn't see that coming? Johnny, you're working with these guys? What's up? He literally has the exact same logo that's on Captain Whisker's hat on his chest. He's also a evil robot who challenged you to a race. Of course he's on the bad guy's side. Little tag team action, is it? You guys are toast! Except it's not actually a tag team match at all, because when you play the boss fight, you're still on your own. You're still either Sonic and or Blaze. But this is the boss of Pirates Island, ladies and gentlemen. You're finally taking the fight to Captain Whisker, but he has Johnny there as backup, so they're constantly attacking you at the same time. Johnny is a very torpedo flying type of character, where he waits, and then he starts flying to where you are. And as long as you're jumping, he will never hurt you. So the real thing you're kind of watching out for is Captain Whisker, because Captain Whisker has a whole bunch of flamethrower type moves. He has a ground pound move, which kills you in 1 hit, if it connects, by the way. He has 2 kinds of attacking with the ground pound. He creates a wave when he hits the ground that you have to jump in time with, because the wave will damage you. But if you're straight underneath Whisker when he lands on you, doesn't matter how many rings you have, that counts as a crushing, and you are dead. So you gotta be careful of that. Periodically, the buzzsaws start turning on in this level, and you can try going to a new part of the level, or you can just wait until the buzzsaw disappears like it did just now. But you'll have to time your jumps when the buzzsaws show up, because you don't want to get hit by those. And Whisker also has homing missile wrists and giant flamethrower waves. Again, Johnny's not the hard part. Whisker is indeed the real challenge, but each character has their own individual health bar. So right now, I just killed Johnny. Johnny's dead. Now I just have to take on Whisker, and the great thing about Whisker, when he's not ground pounding, his moves always have a wind-up, and you can just sort of stun lock Whisker and keep hitting him, and hitting him, and hitting him, and there's really nothing he can do about it. So, yeah, when one of them is dead, the other one will be left, and they're really not too bad to deal with. Also, I totally forgot, Whisker and Johnny do have voice acting, because they're constantly saying their lines, constantly in this fight. Ah, shiver me timbers! Davy Jones! Davy Jones! Throughout the fight, that's all you hear. Davy Jones! Shiver me timbers! Davy Jones! It's kind of annoying. But, what the hell, Captain Whisker? You were a tag team, and you still couldn't take out Sonic. For shame. But that's not the final boss, ladies and gentlemen. There's still one more aspect of Pirates Island, and we'll see it in Part 11.